All right, as time went on, it became immediately obvious and painfully obvious that I lacked the skills to do a two-tone stain job. Yo, what is up, all you stone cold superfly illmatic fish keeping funkadelics? You watching Aqua Funk Aquatics with me, Aqua Funk. Listen, I've done a lot of things in my life. I boast about a lot of things in my life, but one thing I've never done or ever thought about boasting about was staining wood. This is the cabinet stand that I built out of pallet wood for my 20-gallon high aquarium giveaway. Please, if you haven't watched a video on that, a link is in the description below, and I'm going to put it right there or right there, wherever it pops up, and watch that video. It's very important to somebody that somebody watches that video. So everybody go and watch that video. So I wanted to do something a little bit more personal for my first aquarium giveaway. I wanted to build a stand. I wanted to build it out of pallet wood because I think the look of distressed wood, refurbished wood, you know, reconstituted wood or whatever you want to call it, looks really cool. So I attempted to build my own stand. Now I've built my own stand in the past, and I'm pretty good at it. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal. I'm good with a saw and a screw gun. But that's always been perfect wood that I've, you know, went to Home Depot and made sure it was straight and all that. This is pallet wood, so it's imperfect, and that's what I wanted. And I wanted to stain it, okay? Never stained it before. Why I decided to do it, I don't know. I think it's gonna come out looking great if I do it right. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go ahead and stain this stand. And while I'm doing it, I'm gonna talk about some fish that would be great for a 20-gallon tank. Hopefully the people that get the tank, if they ask my recommendations, take some of these recommendations, but if not, hey, you know, more power to them. But it got me thinking of what the possibilities are for a 20-gallon tank. I'm not talking about the same old. I'm talking about something different, something a little bit more like, oh, I've seen 20-gallon tanks before, but that, ooh, yeah, I like that, I like it. So that's what I want to do. I'm gonna talk about these possible stocking lists for a 20-gallon tank, but at the same time, I'm gonna stain this wood. So hey, all you carpenters out there, be easy on me, all right? Listen, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. Hit the notification bell, leave a comment, let me know what you think about the stand, let me know what you think about the giveaway, let me know what you think about the fish choices that I've made for a 20-gallon tank. And share this video out, okay? Share the video that I made for the giveaway out, because maybe you do not know somebody that can get this, but maybe somebody else can. So Facebook it. Throw it on your Facebook. It's very important to me, personally. I would consider it a personal favor. All right, so if you guys are thinking to yourself, everything seems crooked, that's because it is. I'm on my patio balcony because as some of you might know, I live in an apartment. My balcony is at a tilt so that water could drain off, and trust me, it's not as bad as the camera makes it out to be. The camera is actually straight, but I guess this looks like I'm living on a serious slant, but I'm good. So I got this stain right here. Now, not only am I staining for the first time, which, you know, is going as a gift to somebody, which might not sound like a good idea to some of you, but I'm gonna try a two-tone stain. This, the trim is gonna be black and the back and the sides is gonna be brown. The reason why I did that was because a lot of people have brown furniture. Some people have black furniture. So I figure whoever this goes to, the brown and the black stain would go, you know, with their decor. So, and like I said, if you're a professional stainer, don't judge me too harshly. So let's talk about fish. You know, the possible fish that can live in a 20-gallon high aquarium, but not ordinary fish. We're going to talk about fish that kind of look cool. You know what I mean? So I, in the past, have done cribenzas, which cribenzas would do great in a 20-gallon tank. Not only would they do great, but cribenzas are prolific breeders. So for somebody, you know, this tank is going to somebody, for somebody who who don't have a whole lot of money, because that's the whole point of this giveaway, is to give it to somebody who don't have a lot of money. Them breeding is this is not turning out the way I want it to, but that's okay because I got a paintbrush. So cribenzas would be great because, you know, they're fry. They can actually you know, take it in for stored credit and get other fish or supplies, food, or whatever. I think I need to put more. I need to douse this thing. That's what it looks like I need to do. I need to get all up in it. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So cribenzas, great pick, easy fish to keep. It's a cichlid from the rivers in West Africa, and it actually can make you money. So the cribenzas is definitely a pick. Another one, a goldfish. A single goldfish. Some of the fancy ones could get as big as an orange. You know what I mean? And a 20-gallon tank with a single goldfish could actually make a very stunning display. You know? So this is not, I am not liking this. But you know what? I started on the back so that if it messed up, it wouldn't be that noticeable. And that's what they make black paint for. If worse comes to worse, I'll just repaint it with black paint. You know what I'm saying? But ooh, I got a little something here. So a single goldfish would be a good pick for this. I also think I got a black acara, right? Now this black acara doesn't get too big, and I think that would be a good pick. It's a cichlid. It's a Central American cichlid, and it's not, you don't see it that often. I'm going with a paintbrush. That's what I'm doing. I'm going with a paintbrush on this thing. I don't know what I was thinking with this. I thought I was trying to be cool and stuff, like I knew what I was doing. So the black acara is possible. You know what I mean? What other cichlids would be good? Rams. Rams would be good. The only problem with rams is I would probably choose rams for somebody if they have prior experience, because in my opinion, rams, gold rams, and the electric blue rams and the any of those rams, they don't do well unless you have an old tank, heavily planted, and the temperature at about 85 degrees. So I don't keep rams because they could be kind of pricey, and you know, they're delicate. So if somebody, whoever wins this, happens to be experienced with a small tank and plants, then I would suggest rams to them. What else would be good? Gouramis would be good. Like a single pearl scale gourami with some dither fish, like some tetras, some rasboras, or something like that. That would be a nice 20-gallon high tank. You know what? This is getting kind of difficult to think, because I think I'm making a mess actually. And you guys out there are probably saying, yeah, you are. So let me do this. Let me get a little bit further ahead in this project, and then I'm gonna finish the list. Don't go nowhere. This might get interesting. All right, as time went on, it became immediately obvious and painfully obvious that I lacked the skills to do a two-tone stain job on a stand. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with all brown, because that's what I started with. And not to mention, this wood is different types of wood. It's a palette, so they use whatever to make palettes. So there's different types of wood going on, and this brown is actually making the rings of the wood come out black. And my whole point was I wanted to have a two-tone situation. So whereas the trim may not be black stain and the back and the sides be brown stained, the whole thing is going to be brown stained, and you're going to be seeing the black rings come out. So that's a plus that came out. But yeah, I don't know if this was the best idea, but it's definitely coming out okay. I'm happy with it. Let's like I said, I could always go black. But I'm gonna continue with this, and I'm gonna continue with my list of fish for a 20-gallon high. Let me flip this over and start on the sides. All right, so like another fish that people kind of, I mean, they're becoming more and more popular in the hobby, but people are afraid of them because of their price. For one, is the African cichlids, Tanganyikas, to be more precise. Now, these fish don't grow that big. They are pricey, but the reason why they're so pricey is because they're slow growers, right? They grow slow, so it takes the breeders a long time of care and resources to get these guys to selling size. So they are kind of pricey, but they're very hardy, you know. So like they're a lot of them are shell dwellers, which means they live in shells, so you can put a whole bunch of shells in there. A lot of them are rock dwellers, so a big old pile of rocks with crevices for them to live in would do great. And they're not really, I mean, you don't need plants, you know. They're not really digging the plants. So if all you had was big old rocks that you found from outside, you know, they would actually love it. Sand, you know, put some sand down. You go and get some all natural play sand from Home Depot or Lowe's, and have a great setup. You know what I mean? What else would be a good one? Oh, you know what, a fish that's come out on the market recently that I personally, I like barbs. I mean, I think they're a hardy fish, a great beginner fish, but they never really, you know, struck me to where I wanted a tank with barbs. But recently, long fin tiger barbs have come out, and I'm gonna be honest with you, they're kind of hot. So a tank with long fin tiger barbs would be good. And you know what's funny about the long fin tiger barbs is tiger barbs are known to be fin nippers. So to have a long fin tiger barb, that'd be interesting. You know, are they gonna nip their own fins like a dog, just taste their tails around? I don't know. You guys let me know if you have long fin tiger barbs. What can you put with long fin tiger? Can you put other long fin fish in there with them? I mean, is this the exception to the long fin tiger barb rule? Female betas, you could do a sorority tank. Now, I know some people, female beta sorority tanks have become more and more popular recently, and I know some people are dead set against it, but there are other people like Lisa from KG Tropicals who's all about it. You know, like, I think, I honestly, you know, I watched one of their live streams recently where she was talking about how much she loved the female betas, and I'm gonna be 100% honest. I've had plenty of male betas, and they were cool, but I have never really had an emotional attachment like I have with my female beta, dragon beta. She's blind, or she's going blind. She's pretty bad off right now. So yeah, a female sorority tank. If the person who gets this has some knowledge on fish aggression, because you got to probably have some knowledge on fish aggression if you're gonna deal with a female. So because they are betas, you know what I mean. You know what would also be a really cool tank for a beginner? All male mixed mutt guppy tank. Just all males with fins and colors all over the place. And I'm a big fan of an all-male tank when it comes to live bearers, because if you're a beginner, and I went through this when I was a beginner, I had an all-male Molly, Platy, Swordtail, Variatus tank. I'm not an all-male, a mixed, so it was males and females. And you know what I had a problem with? Ammonia spikes, keeping the level, my water parameters tight, because every time I turned around, my bio load was growing, and unless I removed them, you know, in time, that it messed up my bio load. Now, if you wanted to do male and female guppies, that's one way you can profit and take the fish in for a store credit. If you didn't have a whole lot of money, you know, that's one way of subsidizing the whole cost of keeping an aquarium. And an all-male sailfin molly tank. I like sailfin mollies, I really do. But like I say, all male, because you know, you have to keep up with that feeding and with extra feeding of having babies and whatnot. You have to keep up with that water. So for a beginner, I suggest all males. So yeah, I'm a big one on that. Blue acara, you know, blue acaras would look good in there, in a 20. Curviceps, I got me some curviceps. Now, if you can get your hands on some curviceps, are a small dwarf cichlid, and they're really, really cool. I also have a what else? Angels. Angels. Now, for a 20-gallon high, I would suggest one angel with ditherfish in there. Maybe some male mollies, because if you put females in, they have babies. The male will eat the baby mollies because it will fit in their mouth. There's so many fish that can go into this aquarium. You know, did I say black acara? I got me a black acara, a really cool fish. Yeah, I did say black acara. Gouramis. I got a pair of yellow convicts in one of my 20s. I'm gonna show you that. Though they don't really come out that much. They hide more than anything else. But little by little, the more plants I put in there, and this is the only exception to my I don't keep live plant rule anymore, is these curviceps. These yellow convicts, because they are acaras fish, and we want to go ahead and try and get them to breed, right? And they really like the foliage of a live planted tank. So that's the only exception I have to a planted tank is in my yellow convict tank, because I do want them to breed. We want to keep that species going, you know. But listen, let me get a little bit personal. Those are some fish that I think would be great for a 20 high. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the angel goes, some dither fish with one angel. But let's talk about real fast this whole situation I have going on with this giveaway. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I talked to a friend of mine, and he said nobody is going to email in, because the way it works is you got to email me a letter on behalf of somebody who can use this aquarium. Just email me a letter talking about how they deserve this. Old folks home, it don't matter. And I'll go ahead and I'll contact them and tell them that they're a winner on behalf of somebody's email. And he didn't think it was going to work. He feels like you know, the fish keeping community, the YouTube fish keeping community is not really gonna, you know, do it. And now it's been going on for a little over a week that I've made the announcement. And to be honest with you, nobody has emailed me. Let's prove him wrong. He wasn't being cynical or not like that. He was just, you know, making an observation from his experiences. And I want to believe that we as a human race can take 5 minutes. Think about anybody who can use this, and take 5 minutes to sit down and email me a letter. You know what I mean? Let's prove them wrong. That can use this. Man, my hands are sticky. Let's prove them wrong, people. Come on. Come on! All right, so it's done. Got a little on my nose. Look at my hands. Hold on, wait. Should this be my thumbnail? Like that?